Hello again, everyone. This video is going to be, I'm going to look through volumes of my Peaceful Death Threats books. I have 2 volumes so far. I can make at least 4 or 5. This was basically 2018. I can present the second one. 2018, I was invited to be the judge for another Mohammad cartoon contest after I won the Mohammad cartoon contest. And the reaction was so extreme that I got literally thousands of death threats. So after I decided, I said, okay, I'm going to put those, a good chunk of those death threats in books. Here's the front cover. It's Mohammad wearing pink. Say, you are so dead, peace. And then that's the back of him. Instead of kick me, draw me. So, these savages, and again, one of the things that I note, I'm going to mention actually, I'm just going to skim through some parts to give you a little taste of what it is. Here's the inside, front cover and back cover. It's average everyday Muslims threatening death. Whether they act on it or not, I've gotten, thousands of non-jihadists threatening me. If I didn't draw Muhammad cartoons, Muslims would be peaceful. That's an article that I wrote as an intro to this. It's a few pages long. Here's the first page with the first death threats. And then, every so often I have some commentary on the threats themselves, like this one. The guy says, I will kill Yuku. And I said, kill Yuku herself. That's Muhammad on every drawing. So basically, it's the death threats that I got in response to my Muhammad cartoons. I drew new Muhammad cartoons inspired by them and published them on the same page as the death threats. Throughout the entire book, you got these, you call them illiterate. Yeah, they are, but they don't speak English. But at the same time, their prophet wasn't illiterate, right? And that's why I call the Quran illiterature. And, one guy says, if you come in front of me by Gog, I will kill you. I said, oh my Gog. Let me go through a number of these pages. And again, I use a lot of different models. This is from movies, characters. This guy puts a gun as a response to me. Just a gun. And then this one guy writes, Mohammed Arslangasm. What the? He goes, I want to kill Mad Bosch. Bosch, destroy world peace. Me, a cartoonist, says destroy world peace. I want a safe world peace. He wants a safe world peace. And after death of Bosch, Mad Dog, Jews need another Holocaust. Now, repeatedly in these books, Muslims deny the Holocaust, right? Celebrate Hitler for committing the Holocaust, and then threaten another Holocaust. That's how Islamic logic works. Bosch, Fawcett, stop, make of Muhammad SAW cartoon, I kill you, your family sunk, disaster, my per yet. Okay? This is my response to that one, about that I destroyed world peace. I said, Mr. Peace here wants to kill me for, quote unquote, destroying world peace and in order to restore world peace. And then adds that Jews need another Holocaust. There's nothing like the moral retardation Islam begets. So then this also, right? This is my drawing of Marv from Sin City, from Frank Miller's Sin City, as Muhammad. Here is I said, this page is a small example of Hitler-loving Muslims who've threatened me, yet you'll never hear Nazi-punching leftists threaten to punch these Nazis. And I always refer to them as National Socialists now, because leftists never refer to them, socialist leftists never refer to National Socialist as National Socialist. I said, this is why I call Hitler Islam's favorite infidel. So I drew out Mohammed as Hitler. Hitler the Great, right? Hitler was right, even though they denied the Holocaust. Happy Holocaust, bitch. So we got all these things, and just want to show a few more here and there. That's Scarface. Mohammed doing a skateboard. And Bane. That's I forgot the actor's name, but a guy who played Fredo in the Godfather. Another guy says Ahsan Chaudhry. Lives in Mandi Bahudin, Pakistan, possibly. I don't know. Are you brave enough to tell me your location? Because I'm gonna kill you once I find you. Now these guys, right? In their twisted logic, I'm a pussy if I don't give them my address and let them kill me. I said, nothing says bravery like threatening to murder over cartoons. And find me on your own, rat. You will be destroyed, the devil's son. Oh Allah, we request you to destroy him and his whole offspring. I said, well, my father was a Muslim, so that's the thing, Some of them don't know that, or even when they do find out they have a Muslim background, they deny it. Bewafa Lawag says, I will come soon. I will kill you and your party. Good to know that you will kill yourself, but it looks like you just killed Mohammed. Because sometimes, every so often, I had these death threats puncture the Mohammeds. And you see the blood going down. Like this. There. That's their idea of getting back at me for drawing Mohammed, drawing me as some kind of zombie. And they think it hurts me. It's funny. Another Mohammed punctured by the death threat. That's Napoleon Dynamite. Another Mohammed in the elbow. So yeah, these were pretty fun, I gotta say. And let me just, I noticed something here. I said, in the midst of these death threats, I have to stop to note that Islam teaches Muslims that criticizing Islam is evil, but that murdering Islam critics is moral. It needs to be spelled out, this evil morality that Islam instills in its followers. I'm sorry. Hold on. It needs to be spelled out, this evil morality that Islam instills in its followers. Evil morality. And while most of these Muslims who threaten me won't follow through on their threats, they will celebrate if I'm murdered by their more devout co-religionists. The more devout the Muslim, the more monstrous the Muslim. And this fact is so difficult for many in the West to accept that they make themselves believe that the least devout Muslims are the true Muslims. It's absolutely true. Sickening, but true. Mr. Han from Enter Dragon. The Emperor from Star Wars. Einstein. Vito Corleone. Stop this, otherwise you'll have to pay for this shit. Stop making the cartoon. You know this make the Muslims ungripped, and they will kill you. Okay? I said cartoons are the leading cause of ungripped Muslims. And then there's Mohammed as a ballet dancer, dressed in pink. And then I note also here, I said, I'll have the last word. I hope by now, dear reader, that you appreciate the fact that the problem is not so-called Islamic extremism, but Islam and its bloodlust culture. If you can't imagine threatening people as these average, everyday Muslims threaten me, then that should be a clear sign how far removed Islamic culture is from civilization. Only savages unfit for civilization would threaten to murder and then murder over cartoons, and this has to be ended. And then I have another article here. It's called Muslim Roulette. And this one also, Islamic Peace versus Peace. Those who resist Islam cause wars and are responsible for them, according to a liberal Muslim from Germany, Bassam Tibi. So let me just show you also part 2. It's the inside front cover is Muhammad with a pussy hat. Back cover, Bosch Foss's best book yet Fawcett Akbar, Muhammad. So you see him there on the cover, and he's wearing a white beater here. He's reading that, reading that, reading that, reading that, reading that. He wears a bloody white beater there. And again, it's a peace, right? A peace symbol, and also the number 2, death threats 2. So again, I can make at least a few more, because I think they average about 400 death threats in each of these volumes. I just don't know if I'm going to have the motivation to do it again, to be honest. I think it's redundant at a certain point. And I only picked, believe it or not, the best of the death threats anyway, because some of them could be mind-numbingly boring. Mind-numbingly boring. This was after I was banned from Twitter years ago. Muslim death threats don't violate any of socialist media's community standards. So I made the case here that these are full of shit. We didn't take down, this is from Facebook, right? We didn't take down Waleed's comment. It did not violate our standards, right? Oh, dog, wait, I kill you, I kill you. Of course it violates their, but then again, what standards? Are they Islamic standards? If they are, okay. Yeah, they didn't violate them. Some of them sent me audio death threats, video death threats as well. This was audio death threat. I kill you. I said textual and audio death threat from this double threat Muslim. It's Malcolm X, says Mohammad. Guys, this bloody rascal, I will kill you. Stop that campaign against Islam. I said, but instead you stabbed Malcolm X Muhammad. You stabbed him, see? And again, this one was stabbed also. Drexel, the character from True Romance that Gary Oldman played as Muhammad. So, I assume you know who that is. And that. Keith Richards, Mick Jagger. And then also this having breakdancing, Muhammad, with all the death threats. Billie Eilish as Muhammad. And one guy says, I kill you soon, Mujahid. Your life, few days. Okay, this message, save your mind. 2 Mujahid come on Hilland and kill you, I guess. Very bad. You're very bad. I said, you know I'm bad, come on, you know. So I drew myself as Michael Jackson, because I'm bad, right? And then he repeated that. So in this volume, I use a lot of musicians, as you could tell, and wrestlers and Star Trek characters. I think that was the main actors in movies, but musicians, Larry David is Muhammad, Ringo Starr. This guy, somebody who's really Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan. If I'm not showing, I'm sorry. And then wrestlers, these wrestlers. One guy says, oh, motherfucker, fucker, bitch, son of prostitute, delete the sketch, otherwise you kill by my hand. I said, you're going to have to work out the you kill by my hand thing. Yeah, he's going to have to figure that out. Harrison Ford, Hitler. Again, these are numbered pages of Hitler loving Muslims. Elvis Presley, Jack Nicholson, wrestlers again, Star Trek characters. What's her name? That bitch, that actress left his side. The Rock as Muhammad. Tom York from Radiohead as Muhammad. Jim Carrey. Alice Cooper. Marx. And then this one was first time in published form, my Joe Mohammed Manifesto. It's everything that I've ever wanted to write about free speech, the principle of free speech, and then, of course, the concrete form of it, which is Joe Mohammed, which is basically the flashpoint. Because, people talk a good game about free speech, but if they don't support the drawing of Muhammad, they don't support free speech. Period. Period. They say otherwise, they're liars. And I mentioned this the old day, but I'll mention it again. Before I went to print, the French teacher, Samuel Paty, French teacher, he was murdered for showing his students examples of free speech, which was Muhammad cartoons. So I drew this with my middle finger on my iPad. So yeah, these are my Peaceful Death Threats books. I do recommend them. It's basically, you won't find anything like them on Earth. That's not an exaggeration, it's a fact. And I found a nice stack of them the old day, which I found some more propaganda books and also my first Muhammad cartoons book. So if you want to get them, you can get them at my store, boxfawson.com. They're available back to back, and also I have my first and second volumes of my Muhammad cartoons, and then I have Islam Bitches as well, which is right here. This is Islam Bitches. It's basically all the bitches across history who praise Islam, whether pop musicians or historical figures or writers or so on and so on. And oh my God! Look, okay, I'll give you one example here. Oof. It's tough to, you feel almost dirty when you come across the words of some of these scumbags and their self-loathing, evil scum who have allowed evil to destroy their own lives and without wanting any kind of retribution. This lowlife right here, self-described feminist and anti-racist, this member of the Norwegian Socialist Left Party was anally raped by a Somali Muslim, right? And instead of expressing rage and seeking retribution, the victim felt, quote, guilt and responsibility, unquote, that his rapist was deported. He's an extreme example of what's going on across the West and why the Islamic enemy believes it has a chance against us. And then I have my Mohammed pimp say, my bitch, Karsten Nordal Hoken. Theresa May, when that bitch at the UK was blowing Islam, she goes, there are those who conduct acts of terror in the name of Islam, but it is not in the name of Islam. So I have Mohammed say, my bitch, Theresa May, who labels Islam critics terrorists. And in this book, I have Mohammed acknowledge to the reader that, okay, so he goes, my bitch, Prince Charles, who might even be a closet Muslim, as he actually dresses like this outside of the evil Faustin's cartoons. And then, in parentheses, he writes, and yes, this is Faustin speaking through Pimp Muhammad's making us his bitches. Jake Tapper. So this was a very unique book also. And then I had this one long article here. Treason goes mainstream because there would be no Iron Man without a Muslim. There was a thread on Twitter. A Muslim said that there was a character in the beginning of the Iron Man movie that this dumb account on Twitter tried to say that was a Muslim, and therefore, if he helped Iron Man, Islam saved the Marvel Universe ultimately, because Iron Man saves the Marvel Universe ultimately. It was so self-serving, so stupid, that I had to respond to it with this long article, worth reading. And on the back of Islam Bitches, Mohammed Pimp says, Mohammed Pimp here, and I want to ask my bitches who praise Islam one question. Why the hell aren't you Muslim? That's a rational question. I've asked lowlifes who asked that question many times. They say, okay, you praise Islam more than your own religion. Why aren't you Muslim? What are you in, is quote unquote Islamophobe? And on the spine of Islam Bitches, you see the hand with the pimp cane. And this one, you see a peace sign with a knife. Peaceful death threats. And similar here, yeah. Peace sign and a knife. So yeah, check these out. If you'd like to support my work, I would really appreciate you guys purchase these, and you will truly get unique, very unique books. Nothing like them out there, flat out. There just aren't. So thanks for watching. If you could just spread the word, if you can subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. And if you like this video, like it. And I'll see you soon. Thanks.